Lab 3 was about circuits. The purpose of this lab was to predict what would happen in a circuit with resistors and observe the characteristics of the later included capacitor. Underlying concepts. Node rule. All energy flowing into the junction of a circuit is equal to the energy flowing out of the junction. The loop rule. The sum of all electric potential difference around the entirety of the loop is zero. The capacitance. The limit to which the charge is stored measured in volts. And then Ohm's law. The proportionality between current and voltage through two regions. For the DC circuit, the first part was the DC portion. We read the following data points. The current and the separate portions of the circuit both read to be about the same amperage of about 20 milliamps, and then the voltage for each was different though. For one section we read about 6.4 volts, while the other section had about 0 volts. The second part of the lab was with the RC circuit. For this we included a light bulb and a capacitor. One part had the light bulb and capacitor connected to the batteries, powering the light bulb and then charging the capacitor at the same time. The next part disconnected the light bulb and the capacitor from the batteries, but still had both the capacitor and light bulb being powered. In both scenarios, the light bulb started out bright and then dimmed throughout the process. The first one was because the capacitor was being charged, but the second one is because the capacitor was being used and the power was being drained from it. Potential errors. There are several potential errors that could have occurred in the lab. One of them could have been inaccurate measurements taken with a voltmeter or ammeter, and then the second could have been that the batteries used may have not been at full charge. For the what-if scenario, the capacitor should charge faster since there is nothing extra within the circuit that adds extra resistance that could lower the flow of electrons. Realistically, this isn't plausible since in almost every scenario there is some sort of natural resistance throughout it.